Big notes. Initial review, Booker's writing. The first piece of content produced by the subject is severely disappointing. It is not remotely similar in content to the wake pages we provided as reference. Why is it so focused on my marriage? Why is Jules the protagonist? Why is it set in an actual lakeside cabin? And what is happening at the end? What the hell is in the sky? Aliens! Did anyone brief Booker about the concepts he has to write about? The lake house, the shadow? We need him to match Wake's style exactly. It's not gonna work if he has no clue what he's writing about. We need to get this sorted. We need progress now. And why isn't he taking this seriously? When I spoke to him, he thought I was an actor. I want him to understand how serious we are, whatever it takes. Yeah, this is very much a, like, bureaucracy just doesn't get art kind of thing. Obviously, just trying to mimic isn't going to get that going. It's crazy that they just introduced us to the concept that they were thinking about emotions being tied to it early on, and then we're just getting all the back-end notes that are like, I don't know how this works. How do you art? Assignment. Continue the story from page 002. Match the tone, style, and content of AW002 as closely as possible. The crack was an emotional one. A line right through their marriage, their foundation, their lake house. These thoughts and more flooded Jules' mind as he stared out through the lakeside cottage's window. The sun was setting on a stormy day. Rain-heavy clouds hung low, weighed down with the burden of purpose. Diana sat in her favorite deck chair, staring out across the lake's rippling surface. He watched the breeze catch her acorn hair. As if sensing his gaze, she turned her head. Jules looked away, flustered, then annoyed with himself for letting her affect him this way. He grabbed the bottle of red wine, poured himself a generous serving. And he kept pouring, his mind distracted by a thought. How did we get here? This is not my beautiful house. They had been at the lab, running an experiment. Then they were here? Why? He remembered thinking that a break from the lab would give them space to reconnect, to mend the crack. But he couldn't remember ever leaving. Wine was flowing over the rim of his cup, though he didn't even notice. He put down the bottle, scanning the lake. A faint shimmer hung in the air on the far side of the lake, like light hitting glass. Sort of thing you only notice if you were looking for it. He felt like he had seen something like this before. But where? Jules! Diane's cry snapped Jules back into the present. She was staring up at the sky in panic. A deep shadow crept across the deck. Jules ran to the door. To his wife. I don't know, I think it sounded pretty good. We'll talk to you in a minute. Is the other one over on the other side? Actually, the other side was, like, empty.
I wonder what happened here.
Dead?
Jules Marmont looked at the painting. He didn't understand it. Saw only random whirls of color. Drugging Lane made him more compliant, but his work had turned abstract. Jules needed more art his team could parse, could test, trial and error. These abstract explosions of color complicated the data. His grip tightened around the letter opener in his hand. The piece of art he needed was hidden inside Lane. If Jules could simply cut the painter open and pull the painting out of him, he would. The overhead lights flickered. Jules would make Lane cooperate. No more drugs. Less carrot, more stick. Jules had to go faster. He wouldn't lose to Diana. Nothing else mattered.
So do you think Jules actually chopped him open and made him a painting, or you think it's more metaphorical than that? Seems extreme.
I can't paint anymore. I know you want me to paint, but I can't. I'm empty.
Rudolph, no. You love to paint. And you are such a talent. This is just the classic artist slump.
No. No, I hate it. It's just taking from me now. When can I leave? You said you'd let me leave.
Ah, Rudolph, but you volunteered to come, remember? We are helping you, like Dr. Hartman did. Perhaps you need to see our doctor? I can arrange that.
No. No, that's... I am feeling better. Much better. I will paint.
Ah, this is wonderful to hear, Rudolph. I knew you would come back to your old self.
Great. Report. Background information. Rudolph Lane, Subject P, has shown a decline in Redacted over the past several months. Initially, this Redacted presented as an increase in resistance, frequently declining requests to work. However, given time and pressure, Subject would always relent. Subject's attitude towards art has also undergone a change recently. He's disinterested in his work, quickly becoming frustrated and sometimes even damaging or destroying the piece before it is completed. In the past few months, his work has become much more abstract, no longer showing true-to-life subjects or landscapes, but rather conceptual art that is much harder to define or categorize. Whether this sudden interest in abstraction was a form of rebellion, a consequence of growing redacted, depressed, I don't know, source of genuine artistic interest is unknown. As of yesterday, Subject refuses to touch his supplies. He claims he will not paint anymore and wishes to leave. The Subject's refusal has effectively halted all research. While the team can continue to run tests on the backlog of paintings, they estimate that there is little new information to gain. The Subject must continue to paint if work is to proceed. However, the team is concerned that convincing the Subject with force or coercion may only entrench him further in his position. Action to be taken! Dr. Jules Marmont, co-head of research and project lead, has suggested that a high dose of Redacted be introduced to the Subject's food to cure his Redacted. If the Subject's attitude does not improve, then low doses of Redacted will be introduced in order to improve his compliance. Yo, they're gonna give him LSD, so is this his cell? Guessing this was like glass. Alright, let's go talk to the person. Who are you?
Hey, hello. Who are you?
Sorry, got a flow going. Can we do this later?
Oh, wait.
No, we cannot. I'm Agent Kiran Estevez. I'm with the government, and I need your name.
Was he in Alan Wake 2?
I'm Ed Booker, the playwright. And I'm hitting my stride here, so can you guys stop with all that banging and screaming? It's throwing me off.
What do you think you are?
Where do you think you are right now?
In an immersive writing workshop.
Well, bad news, it's not a writing workshop. Good news, it's not a writing workshop.
Right. It's a government facility studying the power of creativity. That makes way more sense.
Look around you. How is this a workshop?
You have to stay in character. I get that. I'm in the theater business too. And look, the sets, the costumes, all great in that, you know, campy, 70s sci-fi kind of way. But you could dial down the role-playing like 15, 20%. Just some professional advice.
What are you even doing? What are you writing?
Well, after you all abducted me in the woods, I've been working on this manuscript you gave me because you need it for some experiment or something. I kind of forget the premise. But, you know, I've had this block lately, and filling in the gaps of this story has really loosened me up. Copying the style is a nice constraint, but I still have lots of room to play. It's a solid creative exercise.
Sir, whether you are aware of it or not, there is a situation here. I need you to stay in your cell until I can resolve the matter, okay?
Uh-huh, got it. Hey, no one's been around with food for a while. I could go for some dinner when you have a second. Oh, and can I get my phone back? I want to call my wife. I don't know how Tammy found you guys, but she killed it. 5 stars all around.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Yeah, they were like at the beginning of Alan Wake 2. I went to try to double check just to make sure.
Represent capitalism, which means the flashlight is the power of the artist. Sheer creativity tearing through the shadowy cloak of corporate cookie-cutter bullshit. Killer metaphor.
Okay, you know, I like the page I read before, but now I'm not so sure. Yeah, they kind of disappeared. Like, I think that was...
Shaded. Hope that glass is thick.
I think that was, like, basically the gist of it, was they, showed up at the beginning. I think they saw the, what's his name? Yo, Joker? Vandalized text 0%. That was really funny. That just, I don't know, the way he slid in there just didn't really work for me. Vandalized text 0% effort today. Who decided to vandalize this? I'm really not looking forward to all of these guys showing up. Or, like, not showing up, but, you know, all the doors being open. Maybe I'll decide not to open them. Because we're not lifting the lockdown, right? We're just going to get a key card, I'm assuming. Might as well grab the items. Or no items. Wonder if we'll find his wife. We want to go that way. I would assume we want to go that way. His wife. I don't think his wife worked here. There's the card, which we need. So, you know, in case something spawns in. How many things I missed? Apparently I have too many items. Because the game just doesn't feel like giving me stuff anymore. There it is. The, really should have painted these yellow. So they were easier for me to see. Alright, let's read more. I know it might not be exciting to... Wow, that... step went nuts. I know it might not be exciting to watch, but I like doing it.
How many paintings did they have this guy make?
From painting session on redacted, designation black circular shape among yellow lines, an uneven circle painted in dark black in the foreground with jagged yellow brown mustard lines behind it. Lines sometimes overlap with each other and or bleed into the black circle. Lone tree at night, dark green tree, pine, standing in the dark landscape, presumably night. Empty road in the forest, a dark gray streak across a dark green landscape, presumably a forest at night. The gray streak is likely to be a road due to its location, color, and the way its width reduces in line with the perspective. I love this, like, trying to scientifically... I'm assuming these are still the, abstractions. But, like, based on the way they're described, I'm assuming that they vaguely resemble this stuff. And, you know, just trying to scientifically say this has to be a road. Small white shape in the road could be a page of writing by Alan Wake. Relevant teams have been informed and are searching for the site now to attempt a page retrieval. Yellow crescent shape on black canvas. A curved yellow shape in a roughly crescent shape painted onto an otherwise empty canvas. Possibly a crescent moon or banana, unfinished piece. My bet's it's a banana. Red, yellow, green circle description. 3 uneven circles, 1 red, 1 yellow, and 1 green. Roughly arranged in a vertical line. Background is black-gray with dark red streaks along the border of the canvas, possibly a traffic light. Cityscape with blue-gray sky. Gray vertical shapes, likely the skyline of the city. The bottom third of the canvas with a vivid blue-gray sky. Geometric shapes painted in thin white lines can barely be made out among the colors of the sky. Black void, deep black void covered the entire canvas with a few small specks of dark or light gray able to be seen on close inspection. Large variety of black spirals. He must have also been disappointed by the Uzumaki anime. A large number of rough spirals painted in black, ranging in size from that of a quarter to that of a basketball. Though the canvas appears quite covered, it is blank aside from the spirals. Brown shape with horns. A brown shape vaguely triangular with what are presumed horns extended from the shape. Likely an animal head, possibly a deer or elk, black background. If we can find the passwords, I'm going to assume it might be in the other room.
A higher access card. Sorry, but I need this.
Who was that scientist person? I like how I didn't react. Not really feeling it, I guess. Wow. You did get me. More than the guy that tried to jump scare me while I was reading the picture. I made that reservation for our anniversary, which I certainly never forget, was a week from this Friday. A week. I guess anniversary would be the date. Let's take separate cars from the office. Can't have the bosses see us leaving together now that those hypocrites have banned inter-office relations. Have a good day. God, this place sucks. Would it have to be the 6-digit code? I kind of hate... Oh, this one's open. So it has to be for the other one then. Tricia update. I just found out what happened to Tricia. Jules fucking fired her. I knew it. She was way too vocal in last week's all hands meeting. She had valid concerns. That man is a tyrant. Speaking up about safety is no reason to fire someone. Can you believe this new password policy? What security concerns are they even talking about? Or a fenced-off government bunker in the middle of nowhere. I think they're getting paranoid. Anyway, I set the security terminal's new password like the memo suggested. Our anniversary is the base number, then black voids. Okay, so numbers with black voids. For like a month, date, and that probably. Yeah, the Marms are losing it. Big surprise. I bet Diana set Jules' background to a big old turd or something. Once again, making their shitty marriage everyone else's problem. Password you sent didn't work. Black Void is 44, right? From the list of Lane's paintings. I need to get in or this is going to be a total waste of a Wednesday. 44 is right, yeah, so I guess you're telling me you don't know when our anniversary is? Well, good luck with that. Today's password is the date of our special unforgettable anniversary plus brown shape with horns. Love you. Maintain that seeing a movie together does not begin a relationship. That was fun. That's really cute. I hope these guys made it out. I'm gonna say doubtful since the computer was on and I just killed someone in this office. And presumably the person that's outside was the other one. Okay, brown shape with horns. Man, those mugs went nuts too. Which I certainly never forget was a week from this Friday. I don't actually know what the 14th is, though. Do I? So it's like a September. Never mind, this helps. I was gonna say there has to be a calendar somewhere. From security and technical support divisions to all departments, subject, update to computer, password, reset policy, effective. We are aware this may inconvenience. Don't use birthdays. Okay, just a reminder. Okay, let me double check this real quick. A week from this Friday. So it's going to be a Friday, right? So the 23 and Demon with Horns, which I think was the last one here. I didn't even realize that the 2 digits were highlighted a little bit. 23, 25. September 23, 25. Let me actually get the month right this time.
Come on.
Fuck. I squandered it. 25. September. That was a Friday. 22. Saturday was in the weird spot. The way that calendar was is not how I am used to seeing calendars. I don't know where would have calendars like that, but
And there.
oh, I guess I needed to do this. Mail
Without
first.
HQ, more situations like this are gonna fall through the cracks.
Amount of Black Rock missing. Lock your computer before leaving your stations.
I'm glad someone here stood up to him.
I guess this was maybe the... Running because I have serious concerns about safety protocols being disregarded across the facility. I've collected a list of violations that I personally observed. I can send this to you. My opinion on the matter is that both Dr. and Dr. Marmont are driving this facility staff into progressively more reckless behavior. Good day. Better that they got fired than be here now. Hello, Miss Howard. Thank you for sharing your opinion. All facility operations and safety measures are under the purview of the head of research. If you have complaints, please file it directly to them or contact the Bureau's acting management team in Dallas. Thank you. Mr. Kingston, thought we reported to the acting management team in Kansas. I have reached out to them about this issue multiple times and got no response. Even if they did respond, we all know they don't have the staff to investigate every internal issue after the oldest house went into lockdown. I believe the Marmonts are knowingly using this state of chaos to their advantage. Our treatment of research subjects is in clear violation of the ASH Act. These are punishable offenses. If you do not open an internal investigation, then I will resign. Deactivate that lockdown. There were a lot of...
Lifted. You are now safe to resume working.
There were a lot of shadow people.
Facility. Sublevel 1. You copy?
No. Turn back. Area is extremely hostile. Fucking radios. They're on floor 1. I'll need help.
I really wish I had that Black Rock gun. Is there a way to drop this? There we go. Good misses. I'm starting to think maybe I shouldn't have tried to fight the thousands of people that are here. What happened? But I kind of wanted to, like, explore the rooms. Please stop. I don't think I have, ammo. Okay. Thought maybe I could stop it with the flashlight there. Maybe just a bunch of flashbangs. How many flashbangs do I have?
Estevez, come in. Facility.
Only the one.
You copy?
No. Turn back. Area is extremely hostile.
There's like a lot of stuff, it looks like.
Fucking radios. On floor 1. Pulling help.
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't seem like there's notes. There's a painting spot. Okay, I'm definitely gonna want to try to figure out how to deal with these guys. Maybe let this happen, but maybe I should just try to get to sub-level 1 first. We do have clearance 2.
Estevez, come in.
So we can,
Facility. Sub-level 1.
Again, the point of interest thing is weird to me. So let's leave. Go here, get the black rock gun, because hopefully that can just blast everyone. We might want to try coming here first. 3 black rock gun. So we'll just try to escape. Because it's a lot of enemies. I know I'm not, like, going for headshots or anything. But just don't really see a clean way to get through this. Oh, hopefully this is fine. Did it force me onto one? Also, I'm sure my friends are dead.
Sublevel 3.
Oh, we're back here. The musicking kind of is freaking me out. Anything of interest with this one? Looks like it stopped since it stopped looping. Hoping that enemies don't spawn in. I just want lore.
Ceiling as Diana stared at the folders stacked on her workstation. Each one was a branch of research. Drip. Some were thin, some thick. They represented years of her life, her work, dissecting the act of creation and examining the bloody pieces. Bringing in live subjects had been her idea. Drip. Bureau leadership denied their request. But after HQ went into lockdown, she took advantage of the chaos and got her artists. Jules had whined about the optics. Diana ignored him. Now in her office below the waterline of Cauldron Lake, she considered how to proceed. Jules was convinced the page they had found would come true. It promised disaster. A situation out of control. Impossible. Diana was always in control. Drip. Drip. She needed answers. She needed to quantify, to define, to control.
I've gotten over trying to say title drop every time the word control has shown up. Alright, so bonus, no. Love to see it. Another one over that way. I would love to find one that was written by the AI. I wouldn't be surprised if there was one on one of these 20,000 desks. I know the door doesn't work, that's why I have a key card. Maybe the enemies despawn when I go back there.
Jules' team has found new pages written by Wake. He must have gotten Rudolph Lane painting again. His bullshit pedestrian methodology cannot produce results before mine. I have to go faster, no matter the cost. We're still behind our projections. The more the machines can produce, the closer we can calibrate them to Wake's style. But proper calibration takes a lot of raw material, and production is slow. No. We're changing directions. The hypothesis remains unchanged. Imitating Wake's writing style will allow us to generate art capable of linking with the threshold. Our live subject should match Wake's style much faster. People can be calibrated just like a machine. You simply have to push the right buttons.
So the kidnapping of Ed was this part, or the part after the AI stuff didn't work out. To use art with the power of the shadow, we must first define art. Yeah. Thesis: does a critic define what is art? Where do we find critics? Kidnap, lure in critics? Or the audience? Are we the audience? Must we like the art? What is the role of an artist? Who is an artist? If you believe you are an artist, are you one? Do you need to be good? Does quality matter? These are the real questions. Also, a beer? What is that? Define an artist. A drug-using bum. Often wears a turtleneck and drinks red wine. Don't forget the elbow pads. Left-wing political views. Danger if left-wing politics made real by the... shadow? Any right-wing artists? Not for abstract art or poems? I don't actually even understand what that's trying to say right now. I got a little confused there. You know I like me the lore, so I'm good with a little bit of bonus. Also, apparently there's another box for me to open over this way. And if the black rock gun is not as badass as I'm hoping it is, then we definitely need as many supplies as we can get. Oh, I was gonna say, is there a reason why the music's going weird? But there sure is. Can I hide in here? That actually spooked me real good. I think the dude just oozed out of the wall and that was it. I don't know if I can do anything about them. You know, I almost thought about just reloading at that point. We should be fine. Whatever. Let's just keep going. Is 4 just gonna be the, like, giant art piece that is the flesh of Rudolph Lane? And also, what's 5? I think my friends are fine.
Level 1.
Ah, you fucking bastard! Jules Marmont killed my team. He was taken by the shadow.
I gotta redo that.
I should get that gun while I'm up here.
Yeah. What I was thinking, girl. No supplies around.
mean, that name is not very scientific. I mean, who came up with that? Shadow.
Comes to my lab and treats me like some kind of assistant. Un putain d'assistant? Moi? I run the lake house. This is my facility. Mine! He cannot just walk in here for 1 week, make some speeches, and then fly back to New York. Espèce de crétin, prétentieux. The jackass thinks he's a fucking rock star.
Kind of is, though.
And he made fun of the name. Huh. Oh, the Shadow. The Shadow is good. It's evocative. He is just a jealous, spoiled little child. And I will make it so everyone can see this. I will make it so no one even remembers his name. Tous ces imbéciles là, hein? They all think I am a pencil pusher. They think I do not have the mind for such work. Eh bien, ils verront. Ils verront! I will take what they think is possible. And I will break it.
Alright. Glad I decided to sit here for a minute. I thought it was weird that that started not only again, but like halfway through the like recording or whatever you would call it, projection. Oh. I'm probably dead. Dude just jump scared me out of the wall. Should have saved. I guess I might as well heal.
I mean, that name is not very scientific. I mean, who came up with that? No.
I wonder if I should sit here and watch this again.
Comes to my lab and treats me like some kind
I
of
might.
assistant.
Obviously, I'm not gonna
Un putain
show it,
d'assistant?
but
Moi?
just in case if this is like
I run the lake house.
triggers something
This is
else.
my facility.
Alright, let's quick save again. More health. More... Is there a way to tell where these guys are? He had to have been like in there. Maybe just don't get too close to a wall. Alright, more notes. Got the firing mechanism working. It's throwing the test projectiles a good distance. Turned out pretty nicely. The fitting between the grenade launcher and custom components, that definitely is going to help me in the other floor. And the custom components are a bit loose. No proper lathe here, but at least it works. Now I need some actual black rock for the tests. I know there's some on sublevel 5, but the acting inventory supervisor doesn't get access to that floor. I wonder if that's what sublevel 5 is for, is just to get more ammo. Or any ammo. Assuming that's the ammo. I think it's much
There
reason
was
for
a
me
crack in
to
the
open
lake
that.
house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. The contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing, compounding, reflecting and refracting. An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance, cause and effect hopelessly entangled. Arranged wrong, the dream logic flawed. The feedback loop doubled and redoubled. out of control. The pressure kept building, looking for a release.
This wasn't the page that scared Jules, right? I know this was when it was being read, but... Did we just get an extra inventory slot?
Okay, this should get me down to sub-level 5. And this should get me past any other problems.
So I have 5 grenades. Charge the black rock launcher by holding down R2. Charge shots go farther and deal more damage on impact. Or they have a pretty nice range too. Is that like a Moogle? Friday. A general reminder that nut allergies are serious. Missing black rock. Reassignment. Hello, Carla. I have decided to reassign you from Project Romnus to Inventory Management. Your title will be changed from Senior Researcher to Acting Inventory Supervisor effective immediately. You may find this change sudden, but I have no doubt someone with a nut allergy like yourself, Jesus Christ, Jules, will prefer to work alone in the inventory booth than out in the open where any dangerous pies may be waiting to hurt you. Perhaps some hard work will keep you from making any more unfounded HR complaints. God, what an asshole. Like, I know he's been an asshole this whole time, but it kind of just keeps compiling in on itself, you know? We should be able to just go back to the old elevator, right? 2 has the holding cells, can start blasting people, and get into that office. I wonder if I should go... Well... Are you still in here? I don't understand how you work like that. I probably should have just started blasting. What was that? I went for like a melee strike because I didn't aim. I'm just gonna run to the save room real quick. Okay, no, I have to go through the elevator again the other way. Gonna like jump into the save room and hope that they kind of just despawn on me for a minute. Hopefully that allows me to hit this button again freely. I hear rummaging. Okay. I don't know how this works, apparently. It was a hold. It must take a long time to hold. A lot more than I was ready for. Let's try 5.
The Shadow had changed Jules Marmont into a hostile, paranatural entity. That made everything simpler. No arrest, no paperwork. I could put him down like the monster he was.
Hope 5's not like where I need to go.
Fucking elevator.
I don't know where it took me, actually. Also, lots of notes. Connect to Cauldron Lake, encounter shadow individuals. Sublevel... Oh, we need to get to sublevel 5, so I guess I'm fine that we're not actually there. left to right. What? And I'm not allowed to. I guess I wouldn't have had any choice here. We're just talking to the painting again. What do you know about Rudolph Lane?
We're holding a painter here. Rudolph Lane. Does that ring a bell?
The shape of a man.
I think you are, or were, Rudolph Lane.
Himself! A self-portrait! Make them see!
Look, I might be able to help you. But I need information, cooperation.
No brush! Just himself!
Dang. Oh, no.
Rudolph Lane was dying. Both murderer and victim. Red hues ran down his hands. Was it scarlet or cadmium? Too vivid to be maroon. Names don't matter, he decided. Color was pure. Inspiring. For the first time in years, he wanted to paint. A self-portrait. To say goodbye. No. To make them remember. To make them see what they did. He slapped his hands against the wall to steady himself. He began from there. No brush, just himself. The strokes were crude, violent. The pain, misery, and hate he'd endured there. The fire in his eyes and hands and bones all spread into the shape of a man. It was quick. Natural. Like a heart attack. He slumped down to the floor, smiling at the anger he left smeared across the wall.
Cool. Alright, so I'm gonna assume then, because we have our goal of 5. 4 might be bonus then. Kenny Wake's writing, stop Kenny Wake's pages. Just trying to see. We update it, but I don't know what. Artists. Lane is dead, suicide. Okay. That's probably just it. I'm just hoping I don't accidentally, like, force myself anywhere that...
Sublevel 4.
I can't get back from. Research archives. I feel like we're gonna see a lot of actual paintings here. I guess I also should have looked at that to kind of understand some of the stuff, the rooms we were in.
Ooh, nice office.
Expecting a thermos somewhere. Maybe not immediately. Oh, there's the thermos. That's the goodness I was looking for. Probably don't want to immediately start blasting with the Black Rock shooter since we don't really have ammo for it. I don't know how... Huh. Is this one of those anomalous items? I'm gonna say I don't know how much ammo we'll really ever get for it. We might be only having the 5. I don't know.
Come on.
Huh.